All right. Sadly, I don't know if you can tell here, sound still works. The TV actually still does work, sort of. But if you can see here, part of the screen got hit. There's a crack right here, and it turns out that on these LEDs, one little crack destroys the whole TV. Yeah. I'm thinking, if you look at where the door shuts here, it might have hit right there. See how it would hit when it shuts? I might have had it extended out, and it hit it, and actually broke the screen. And that killed the TV. I mean, the sound works, the receiving works, but the screen itself is dead. So fixing this TV is not worth it. But luckily for me, I have a replacement TV, actually a brand new one from RCA this time, from Walmart. It turns out one of my viewers here, a fan of the channel, decided to get me this as a gift when he heard that my TV was dead. So, thank you, kind viewer, for your wonderful and thoughtful gift. I am going to go ahead and try to mount it back in here, but seeing as to how I think it hit the door. This may not be the best location, because it may hit again. Or I may have to put something on top of this. I might make a wooden screen cover to put in front of the TV, so that if something hit it, you know, when it's not being used, it'll hit the wood, like a thin piece of wood, cut exactly to the size. Of course, this TV is different. I don't even know if it can be mounted or not. It says bonus car cord, so it's meant to be used in a vehicle. But I am going to take it apart, open up the box, and take a look at it, and see if we can't replace the TV. But obviously, we have to definitely try to make it safer than it is right now. Mounting it like this, it was good. And, you know, it fit inside and everything. But if I had it sitting like this and I slammed the door shut, it's got to be like this. So when the door shuts, it doesn't hit. And it's too easy to have this thing swing and then shut and hit again. Might have to move the mount over a little bit, you know, drill some new holes and move it over just another couple inches, and that might be enough to clear it, which is what I'm looking at possibly doing. It's just shifting this, instead of putting it in the center, shifting it off to the side here a little bit. And that may be enough to clear the TV without it hitting. Yeah, that looks like that might be the way. I'm going to see how big this TV is, whether or not it's a direct replacement and can go onto this one, which I'm going to turn off now because we're just using power. By the way, if you saw my previous video where I talk about the airplanes being next to this lake, it's not airplanes. It's the sound of speedboats. They do sound like airplanes, though. But anyhow, I'm going to try this out, and we'll see what happens. Alright, I've opened up the box, and this is what we have inside. The remote for the RCA TV. It's like a power adapter, or the 120, 115 volts. I wonder if they have the cable in here for the 12 volts. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone down here while I take this out and take a better look inside. Alright, I'll get that out, and they've got the TV nice and packed in here. Maybe it's a little bit smaller. Maybe it'll fit perfectly. Maybe we'll get lucky. So a TV stand if we need it. And, here it is, the 12-volt power plug. And this is a cigarette lighter plug. So we'll see if it'll plug into one of my battery packs here. And if it plugs into that, that's even better. It'll run directly off 12 volts. So let me get the TV out and do a size comparison. All right, it looks like the new TV is just slightly smaller than the old TV. About half an inch smaller. So it's a quarter of an inch more on the inside. I might try to mount it and see how it fits and, you know, how it sits, if it sits safely. It doesn't have all the same connections as the other one. This one has a video in for, you know, cable in, coax in. It also has HDMI. I'm not sure if my Roku unit, this little guy here that I have strapped on there, I think it has HDMI. You can even put audio out, earphones here if you wanted to listen. It does have VGA, which is very important. VGA will allow me to hook it up to the computer. And it's got some digital, left-right audio, video. Okay, so it has yellow. So this may work with the old, this one right here, the Roku, because it uses a component RCA style. I am going to go ahead and see if I can mount it here. Hopefully the holes here line up. See the little 4 square holes there? Well, not square, but the 4 holes there. Hopefully it'll line up like the old one, and I can just mount the TV and it'll be in place. I'm not going to bother moving it yet. You know, trying to move that over. I'm going to see how well it fits, how tight it is, and then I have to do an adjustment. And we'll see if we can't get the new TV working right away here. All right, for the most part, it looks like they have the four center mounts here the same. So I'm just going to unscrew these guys here. This is the old TV. I'm going to unplug all of this stuff, the old cable. This is for the Roku unit. This is to see how the Roku has this. It also has HDMI, so if I want to, I could run HDMI, which would give me better video quality. I might try that, or keep the RCA just to keep it like it is. But we're going to go ahead and unscrew all of this and try to mount the new TV in its place and see if we can't get this up and running again. Undo the antenna connection. This is our antenna cable here that has an antenna back here. We just kind of hid the antenna. I'll leave the Roku on here for now. And unscrew all the stuff and take it out. Alright, I managed to disconnect the old TV. This is the old power supply, which had the adapter here. And we're going to take all this out. We don't need this anymore for now. Try to mount the new one here. I am so sad that this was like a $9 TV I got. And now it is trash. We'll go ahead and try to put the new one in its place and see how well that fits. Alright, getting these screws in here was kind of a pain. But I was able to do it. Just have to be patient with it. And kind of screw it in. The good news is it mounted without too much hassle. We're going to tighten it all down. Hook up the new power supply. Hook up the antenna and see how well this TV picks up. Make sure everything works here. Then I got to make sure that it's not going to do it again. We're not going to hit the screen again. So if we didn't learn anything else, we learned that you need to be very careful with the screen. I may even make a screen guard for this thing. A piece of plastic or wood that goes over the screen when it's not in use. So that we don't have a situation where we accidentally hit the door. hit the screen with the door or something and destroy it again. Like happened pretty much here with this one. So let me hook up the power and then we'll go ahead and crank it all up and take a look at it and see how well this works or doesn't work. I decided to go ahead and try to direct 12 volts. So we have a 12 volt output here. I'm going to go ahead and hook up the 12 volts, shut off the inverter for now, save some power. I'm going to try to run 12 volts. Let me look and see where the power goes in. And then, yeah, it says DC in down there. So we're going to go ahead and plug that in, hook it all up and try to turn the TV on. But I think what I'm going to do is also hook up the antenna line so that, you know, it tries to pick up the channels around here. I have plugged in the 12 volts and you can see the light is on, so that's a good sign. It's getting 12 volts. Now it's a matter of plugging it up into this TV and hopefully it'll stay in place. The 12 volt input is right here underneath, so I'm just going to press this up there. Now I just plugged in. We got all this extra wiring. They gave you a really nice long extended cable. So I'm going to wrap that up when I get this all working. But for now, TV should be hooked up, should have power when we turn it on. But I am going to go ahead and hook up the antenna just in case. That's not going to have anything to do with the power. But so when it comes on, it can try to pick up a channel. Probably needs to be programmed though. This is our our antenna cable. You can see it runs all the way here to the antenna, which I've just set up there standing up. But we're going to go ahead and screw this into the antenna input, the coax. Hard to do one-handed here, but so we just screw that in like you would if you were setting up cable TV. Okay, it's nice and tight. Roku's still there. TV appears to be the same size and could hit just like before. So I may have to move that over. I think that's going to be my modification. I'm going to re-drill some new holes, try to shift that over just a little bit, just to allow clearance for the door to shut without hitting here, because that was a problem. Live and learn, right? Live and learn. Now it's just a matter of trying to turn it on. So it's me looking for the on button. Looks like buttons are all here. Power button is right there. So we're going to go ahead and flip that on. Green light is on. That's a good sign. And it says RCA. All right. It looks like it's going to work. And I have the 12 volt access. So that means I won't need to hook up the power, the 120 volts, unless I decide to take this unit into a house or something. But it's time to set it up. I have to put in the plug for the, not the plug, the batteries for the remote, and get that all set and programmed, and see if we can't get this thing programmed to work. Meanwhile, we got Sandhill cranes out here cheering me on. They're excited that the TV is up. It says setup wizard. All right, we'll go ahead and get the TV programmed here in just a moment. All right, I managed to put the batteries into the remote. So let's see, it says menu language English. Remote is working. I'm able to adjust the thing there. I'm going to say okay. Let's go to the next step. Time zone, we are Alaska? No. Hawaii? No. Atlantic, Eastern. We're on Eastern time zone, daylight saving time. I don't know if it's on or off, doesn't matter. 12-hour time format. Let's go to the next step. Picture mode, homemade. Retail mode, home mode. It's not homemade. Home mode and retail mode. Retail mode is super bright. Home mode is a little bit darker. We'll keep it on home mode for now. Go to the next step. Air or cable? We're going to say air. All right, go on to the next step. It's looking for channels. So right now, it is scanning for channels. Got my energy guide here. This thing is estimated to use about $3 or $4 per year in electricity. What's really cool is now it's actually set up to run off 12 volts. So I don't even have to have the inverter on. That will make the battery last a bit longer. Now it is scanning for channels. I don't know if it's going to find any. The old TV we know was picking up some channels. Right now it's doing RF channels, which is, I think the old style. It says it's found 3 channels. 3 digital channels. No analog channels. Because I know earlier when we had the broken TV turned on, it actually did have a channel. So it's found 5 channels. They're all digital so far. I don't know if you can see the screen here. But it says 5 channels found. It's continuing to scan. Looks like it stopped. Found 9 channels. Wow. So it's almost halfway there. We'll let it continue to scan. I am going to remove this energy guide though. I don't think we need the sticker here with the energy guide. And it's got a piece of tape. It's got a piece of tape on the screen. We'll leave this tape on the screen for now, but I am going to remove this energy guide sticker before it sticks and makes a huge mess. There we go. And there's the remote sensor. And it's got this little plastic here, which we should peel off, but I'll do that later. So we found 27 channels so far. I know someone had commented on the past installation that, you know, it's not really worth it because all you get is a couple channels and they're like shopping channels. Well, it depends on where you are, you know, like if you're in a city like Orlando or Miami or something like that, or Los Angeles, you're probably going to get a whole bunch of channels. Already we found 33 channels, 38 channels now. And that's because I'm in Orlando. I'm at Lake Nona. Well, I'm not at Lake Nona. I'm at Lake, I don't even know what this name is. It's an Indian name. Really long. If you want to know the name, look at my previous video. But it's already picked up 41 channels at this location. That means I could come out here with my kids and they can watch TV if they wanted to at this park. And I thank our kind viewer who was very generous to get me this TV. For those of you who are interested in this particular TV, I got it from Walmart for, I think, $87. So you can see the signal here is a little bit scrambled. Antenna would have to be moved. There it goes. It picked it up. And as you can see, we're getting advertisement here. I'm going to switch channels just to, oops, let's see if we can find a channel here. Channel down. Okay, let's just go up because this is WFTV, which is a major channel. I think it's like CBS or something. Laugh channel, which has, I think, comedy stuff. Escape. Looks like crime drama. And WDSC, I don't know what that is. Food. Doesn't that look good? Hey, it's Cooking with Denoy. WDSC, this is WSC TV. Will no longer broadcast to the channel, blah, 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 blah. Have different channels. I think WDSC is probably being run by the college, if I'm not mistaken. WKCF is, I think, another big channel. ABC or NBC or something. Justice Channel. So you see, it's not all, this is Estrel, probably some kind of Spanish talking channel. Yeah, it's a Spanish channel. So, you're not limited to just watching those like home shopping networks and stuff like that. And of course, the quality of the video, see how it's cutting out right now? I would have to move my antenna around or even possibly take it out of the vehicle and set it on the roof, and it would pick up better. Right now, it's inside the vehicle, it's just sitting up here on this ledge right here, and I don't even have the antenna extended or anything like that. So this channel is called Charge. A lot of channels I never heard of before. WNUE FM is a radio station broadcasting on a TV. WRDQ, channel 27. It's like a cancer lady or something. Channel 27 antenna. Grit TV has like cowboy type movies. Now this is, mind you, this is just over the air, so you don't need cable, you don't need anything. This is like broadcast, and nowadays with today's TV, you know, it's digital, so it's high quality HD. Light channel WHDO. So far, no shopping channels. Tele Anaconda. Anaconda. Probably a Spanish channel. Here's a shopping channel. Another shopping channel. As soon as I say there's no shopping channels, we get a million shopping channels. This channel here is blank. Another blank channel. There's something there, it's just not picking up enough. And let's see if we can find another channel here. So several blank channels. This might be Cubo or something. It's cartoon, some kind of kid learning channel, and in lace. I don't know what that is. Probably another Spanish. TBN. I don't know what that is. Ion. Ooh la la. Cubo, of course, with the cartoons. Ion Life, which replays a lot of stuff like from A&E and other series. Of course, more shopping. Always food. QVC is also shopping. Home Shopping Network. And I don't know what this is. WRBWDT. And channel 65.2 says movies. So they must show a lot of old classic movies. HNI. Buzzer is like game shows. And this is some kind of painting show. Painting a car. Classic car. Cool with that. But lots of different channels for watching TV on a rainy day. You've seen how useful this has been when my I was stuck for 3 days inside the vehicle because it rained nonstop here in Florida. So I don't watch too much TV, but having something like this is useful for rainy days, as well as when I have my children with me. You know, like we could be out here at a park, and if they decide they want to watch TV, they can watch TV in the van and just hook it up and put the seat up, and they have like a little living room. And for me, you know, in bed mode, I can watch it while I'm laying down. So thank you, kind guests, again for being so thoughtful and kind as to replace my broken TV. It is highly, highly appreciated. Now, what I'll be doing later is hooking up the Roku again. So when I have Wi-Fi access, I'll be able to watch Google, YouTube, and you know, if I had a Netflix account and stuff, I could watch Netflix. So you can pretty much do everything on these TVs that you could do at your house, other than maybe get cable TV. But even cable TV nowadays, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this off. But even cable TV nowadays, you know, it's streamed over the internet. So if you have internet access, you could probably access cable and then stream it. I'm going to put it this way, though, so it doesn't, maybe I'll start storing it like that and never store it this way. Maybe that might be a better solution than trying to drill new holes and shift it. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make sure that whenever I shut this door, the TV is moved over that way instead of pushing it over to the side this way, because what happened was it was hitting this little beam thing. The handle grip came out and hit it right down the corner and broke the screen. So thank you all for tuning in. I hope you found this video useful. This is the RCA 19-inch home travel HD LED TV, meant for use at home or inside a vehicle. They include the 12-volt plug-in, which plugged directly into my unit right here. And wasn't too hard to mount because I already had the mount set up for the other TV. I'll check the Roku out another time and make sure all that works, but I suspect it should work with no problems. So, excellent deal. HDMI input as well as VGA, which will be useful for setting up a little office back here, because I'm thinking of, I do have an office up front which I use, but I guess it could be used in the back for hooking up the computer so my kids can play with emulators, you know, with, I don't know how many of you into gaming and stuff like that, but I'm into emulation. So with emulators, we could emulate a Super Nintendo, Atari, VCS, all these old classic systems, even Commodore 128, Commodore VIC-20, Commodore 64. You can play all those games on here on the computer. I'm going to set up a little entertainment area for my son and my daughter. Well, until next time, everyone, stay safe. God bless you all. I hope you found this video interesting, if not informative. Remember, you can pick up these TVs brand new for about $87, or maybe even less if you get it on discount, on sale or something. Find it at Goodwill for $8 or $9. That's what I did initially. Well, until next time, take care, everyone. Be safe. Bye-bye now.